Welcome back to Ride Steele. In this program, we continue to cover the International Association of Firefighters weekend commemoration of 9/11. On September 11, 2001, Americans across our country and people around the world were shocked to hear that a plane had crashed into the World Trade Center. That shock was soon to turn to sheer terror for many as a second plane hijacked by terrorists crashed into the second tower. Then reports were coming in that a third plane had crashed into the Pentagon and a fourth crashed in a field in Pennsylvania while en route to our capital. America was under attack, and our first responders, the firefighters of New York City, were the ones to go into the World Trade Center and attempt to rescue the thousands of people trapped on the floors above the flames. Firefighters from all over our country were mobilizing to do what they could to help their brothers and sisters, while others were glued to the television sets trying to make sense of what they were witnessing. We were all horrified as we watched the first tower begin to collapse, and then the second to follow suit. Firefighters here this weekend knew some of those trapped inside personally. All of them felt the loss. 343 of their brothers and sisters died that day, and thousands were gathering on this weekend in 2011 to commemorate and remember. Ride Steele is brought to you by...
Motorcycle accidents can happen like this. People in cars sometimes don't see people on bikes. The results of someone's carelessness can bring devastation to a victim and a family.
Lowry & Associates has represented many victims of motorcycle accidents over the years. And if you are injured in a motorcycle accident, we will make very sure that you get the maximum recovery possible.
Lowry & Associates, we treat our clients like family.
When in Augusta, check out Lisa's Restaurant and Lounge. Located on 15 Bangor Street, Lisa's Restaurant features a full menu with indoor and outdoor dining suitable for the entire family. Also offering catering and off-premise bartending. Call 621-0599.
Hi, I'm Mike Paul, and I've been pouring residential and commercial foundations in Southern Maine for 26 years. Mike Paul Foundations works with contractors and homeowners. We are fully insured. Mike Paul Foundations also on Facebook. Find us, like us, and receive a 5% discount on the upcoming project. So call us today for your free estimate.
Mike Paul Foundations. Let his 26 years of experience be your guide to your new project. Give him a call today.
For your concrete jobs, big or small, call Mike Paul.
I'm the chairman of the motorcycle group, Ricky Walsh.
This is a pretty big event going on for all of you firefighters this weekend. And first of all, I want to thank you for allowing me to be part of this and inviting me along. And so give the viewers, an inside scoop on what it's like to put something like this together, if you could.
Well, this particular event here is the magnitude of the scale is tremendous, and it doesn't really seem like much for a national organization, but our organization is somewhat small. We're around 2,300 members, and so to put that together, we have to count on and rely on, first of all, our staff guy, Michael Kraus, and then our committee members, which we have 6 or 7. I can't remember. And then we have our district event coordinators, one from every district, 16, and then our state coordinators, somebody from every state. And it really takes a collective effort to make sure that this pulls off. The event here wouldn't actually be possible without all the work that the rest of the people do of getting people here, because it's not an event unless people come.
That's right.
Yeah.
And that's to be something mentioned for Michael Kraus, who's organizing this. I met the gentleman. He's a very humble man. He believes in making other people shine. He doesn't want to be interviewed, doesn't want his picture taken, nothing. So I want to thank him, at least publicly here. He's quite a guy. He put all of this together and made this happen for the Ride Steele crew. Now, let's talk about 9/11, all right? This is the 10th anniversary. This is the big one, really. And what's your personal connection, aside from being a firefighter, that can, relate to what happened to these gentlemen, men and women? Is there a personal connection for you?
Well, the personal connection comes from my union work, along with being a firefighter for 28 years. I've held a union office for 26 of those, to the point and through ascension that I actually am sit on the IAFF Executive Board. I'm elected from 4 states, the 7th District, that's Washington, Idaho, Montana, and Alaska. When I got into this position, I knew the work that needed to be done as far as protecting member benefits. But one of the most challenging responsibilities that comes with my duties is going to the services when one of our members get killed or die as a result of their work, and happen to present that IAFF medal to their families, and getting down in front of the wives and the children of those individuals, and having that moment with them, and handing that line of duty death medal that's reserved for only those that give the ultimate sacrifice. When I think about those times that has happened, and it happens in my district, not a lot, maybe 4 times a year, but that's when I really reflect on the scale of the tragedy that happened at 9/11, when 343 went down in a blink of an eye.
Right. It's going to be extremely powerful weekend. A lot. I can sense it. I feel it everywhere around me. I'm surrounded by heroes here. But anyways, I want to thank you again. And we also have like a little patch here from a local fire department from Freeport. My host, Todd Sanders, is from that town, and I would like for you to have this if you could. I guess the tradition is to trade, things like this with various firefighters from the area. And you're doing an incredible job. I want to thank you for being here for us.
And we're back in the parking lot of the Hilton Garden Inn here in Newburgh. And with me I have
Bob York.
And Bob, what is your role here today?
I'm a committee member for the national group, and I'm out of Texas.
So IAFF, the International Association of Firefighters.
That's correct.
And looking back on why we're here a decade ago, obviously the events that happened in New York. What are your thoughts as you're here today, and as you think back about that?
Well, when I think about it, just like I'm getting right now, I get a little bit of goosebumps and feel the hair on the back of my neck stand up. But we lost a number of members. It wasn't just firefighters that we're here for. It was everyone that was lost on the attack at 9/11. And it was very, very difficult for all of us, whether it be the guys in New York or the guys across the country, to stand there and watch that. When the second plane hit the towers, obviously we immediately all knew that we were under attack. But when the towers are falling, every firefighter that's here, they knew what was going on inside because they've been there. So, the first tower falls, and I'm going, God, this is going to be a catastrophic loss. We lost 343 firefighters. It was heart-wrenching, I mean, it's just a terrible thing.
And we've been talking to people all day, and we'll continue to talk to people. I think, obviously, we were in Maine when it happened, and it certainly hit home to us. But I think the closer you get to the actual location, as we get closer to New York, and it just the feel around here is just, as you said, the goosebumps. I mean, just talking to you about it now, it's just it's.
Well, it's a solemn thing. 8 years ago, we finally had a memorial in New York that I attended, and we went had a memorial service and put our brothers to rest, in a sense. But we're back 10 years later, actually 8 years later from the memorial service, but 10 years later from the incident. We're back to reaffirm that we'll never forget. That's the motto, we'll never forget. We haven't forgotten, we'll never forget.
And I think those that were involved, those that we lost, those that survived, we owe them that.
That's correct, without a doubt. And if sometime before y'all finish this piece, I hope that you'll find a motorcycle that there's many of them here that has that band that has the names of all 343 firefighters we lost, and get a good shot of that, and that tells the story of everything.
Yeah, we'll make every effort. And you said that firefighters understood what. I'm just going back to what you said a few minutes ago, because that sticks with me. I guess only someone who works in has the career that you have, works in the occupation that you have, would truly have an understanding of what those individuals were going through. I mean, we've all seen documentary film, we've all seen things like that, but unless you've been in that arena, it's probably difficult to imagine you can't imagine what they must have been experiencing.
Well, there's not a person here that hasn't been, I don't care how big your department is or how small it is, multi-story fires or a house fire, that hasn't been in there involved in an attack on a fire, that things have gone bad and they know it, and there's times where, you know, we call them close calls, and we actually study that to make it better down the road. But there's anyone here that hasn't ever been involved in what I'm talking about as far as a close call or having that feeling in the back of your neck that's going, it's hit the fan, you know.
I think your word attack, not many of us go to work with the approach that we're attacking something, so I think that pretty much sums it up. I appreciate you taking the time to talk to us. I hope it's a great weekend for you.
It's going to be a great weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome to North Country Harley-Davidson, one of the best resources for parts, accessories, and motor clothes. North Country Harley-Davidson, not just any Harley, your Harley.
Looking for a destination in Gardner, Maine? Stop by Mike's Water Street Grill. Located on 463 Water Street, Gardner, Mike's Water Street Grill offers great food, entertainment, and daily specials, and ample parking for your special event. You're only a stranger once at Mike's Water Street Grill. Call 582-9464 or find us on Facebook.
Relax, realign, rejuvenate your body and mind with licensed massage therapist Ashley Beeman, located at Rumor Has It, 137 Riverside Drive, Augusta, Maine.
We've got a spot waiting for you at Buck's when you're ready to slip into some real barbecue. Ribs, brisket, pit chicken, done just right. Nice pink smoke ring, delicious rub, all cooked slow and low. You can eat them naked or try one of our mouth-watering handcrafted sauces. How about a char-grilled sirloin, a fresh crisp salad with smoked chicken and mangoes, and a serious selection of appetizers. With a full bar, free Wi-Fi, a great kids play area, and entertainment in the Free Porch Juke Joint on the weekends. We take our food and fun seriously at Buck's. Join the revolution and say no to boring food. Open 7 days a week for lunch and dinner.
Contact the Iron Hearst Company at 725-6793, offering a unique alternative for that final ride. Okay, now I have this gentleman by the name of?
David Belleva.
Where are you from, David?
Hartford, Connecticut.
Right, Hartford, Connecticut. See, everywhere I'm going, I'm meeting firefighters from representing every state in our nation, and, you know, it's truly an honor to be here. It really is. Your connection to 9/11, you know, if you could share with the viewers, you know, what it means for you to be here and be part of this.
All right. I'm the 3rd District Coordinator, which is New England, and I know that we had a lot of departments in Connecticut actually go down to New York. Hartford did send companies to New York City to help support them because of their apparatus. So, and then I personally went to 12 funerals to help support them because their members were all tied up. So we worked side by side with them and was with them.
Right. So have you been to Ground Zero after, you know, the attacks? Did you actually go and visibly see the destruction?
Yes, sir. Right at the time I was there, we went down with them to see if they needed assistance, and we were there at the time. Yes, sir.
So it was quite an experience, huh? One that will probably affect you for the rest of your life?
Yes, sir. It definitely will.
Yeah. And today, this weekend, you're amongst all your brothers and sisters here in the IAFF and everything. And how does it feel, you know, to be looking around and seeing hundreds of your membership here?
It's awesome to be able to see all these guys come across the United States, Canada, to come down here and meet with us and be able to ride together.
Excellent. Thank you so much for taking a minute with me. Now go get your wife.
And with me I have
Dan Dugan.
What are you hoping for this weekend?
A little bit of, gather with the brothers, a little bit of time to go down to FDNY's memorial and, reflect a little bit and, support, reflect on those that have passed and do whatever we can to support those that survived and, their families.
Well, we're appreciative for your efforts, and I'm appreciative of you taking the time to talk to me. And
sure.
I wish you safe rides.
Thank you.
And many more rides out on the West Coast.
Absolutely.
Todd was just speaking with that gentleman, and I walked around and I met this guy here, and your name is?
Big E.
Big E. Now, I was told I got to talk really slow because you guys are from South or whatever.
Yeah, that's some of them guys you got to talk real slow.
All right. I mean, we're going to Riverside Park with all of you guys.
Yes, sir.
And there's going to be, I just can't even describe the sensation of that. Just walking amongst all you people is an incredible experience for me.
Well, it's hard to explain, I was on duty when that happened, and we're at the fire station and it's on the news, and we're all like is this really happening? You know, because that's our, you know, even though they're thousands of miles away, it's still our brothers and sisters, you know, and this stuff is happening to them, and we, you know, we're planning on what can we do to go help, you know, and go through some steps, and this right here is an opportunity that a lot of people don't get to get, you know, as far as our brothers back home, and they get, you know, hopefully I'm kind of sending a message out for those.
Well, absolutely. What you are is an ambassador for your state. And you are representing all your brothers and sisters in the state of Oklahoma and your district. And I'm very honored to be here. Very pleased to have met you. I want to wish you the best.
Thank you,
and
sir.
You have a great day, okay?
Right,
thank you very much.
All right.
Now I'm fortunate to have a guy from Maine be with me here. And introduce yourself to the people, please.
I'm Rick Lee, South Portland Fire Department.
There we go. We got Rick Lee with us. And Rick, you know, being a fellow Mainer, I don't know about you, but I'm telling you, I'm really tickled to be here. It's an awesome display. There's what, 50? Going to be 50 vendors here today, but more importantly, the firefighters are coming from all over to be here. How many came with you from Portland?
I came down early. There were 4 of us that came down from New Hampshire and Maine. We came down early to do the setup. We've got about 2,000 that have registered already, and we're expecting at least another 500 today.
How did this impact you?
I was working the day it happened. I was on the job in South Portland. Next thing I know is we're all being called in saying, you know, we're going to lock down the stations right now until we know what's going on. I didn't know anyone personally, but to me there were 343 brothers that went down that day.
Well, I'm glad you made it here. It's good to see a fellow Mainer.
All right,
Take care, bro. So introduce yourself to me.
Hi, I'm Diane Claremont.
And you are?
Melanie Jandro.
Barbara McGill.
All right. And whereabouts from Maine you from?
I'm from Central Maine, a little town called Turner.
Okay, I know that town very well. I do. And you?
Lewiston.
Lewiston, yeah.
North Monmouth.
Excellent, excellent. What's the connection with the motormaids and the fire departments or the firefighters that, you know, inspired you to come here?
Well, actually, the district director for Maine, Will Sharon, has been instrumental in doing this. She's been working probably almost 2 years on this. She, I guess, knew Mike Krause and got involved that way, and she thought she'd get a few of the women to join in, and last count, there's like 160 of us that are here.
All right, well, thank you so much, okay?
Thank you much.
All right, you have a great day. Bye. Thousands of firefighters from all over the United States and Canada gathered on this day to honor their fellow union members that were trapped in the World Trade Center when it collapsed. Much like our veterans that have experienced the carnage and horrors of war, they asked that I would not film them. But off camera, some shared their personal experiences with me.
Where are you from, sir?
Syracuse.
Syracuse, okay. So what do you think of this?
This is awesome.
What a spectacle, huh? I mean, look at all the motorcycles. I mean, they're everywhere. Are you a firefighter?
I'm retired.
You're a retired firefighter?
30 years.
Yeah, so, you know, this is a very important day. What's it mean to you to be part of this, take part of it?
Pretty much, I saw the World Trade Center be built when I was in the Coast Guard station in New York, and after I got out of there, I got on the fire department, and I was working the day it went down. So this is really important.
They spoke of their frustration with the dig or cleanup being called off before they could finish recovering the bodies, therefore being denied any closure for them, the families, or the loved ones. I also learned that the IAFF